Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. This is game 7 of this best 15 between Blackheart and Zock. Blackheart choosing Aeon and changing his name to Horse. He's no longer the banana, although he still retains his yellow color. See how his gameplay changes. Although Aeon, first time we've seen Aeon in this tourney. Seen all the other factions a number of times. Zock sticking with Cybern in this one. He was Cybern in his first game on Regger. In the one where we saw the power of UEF over Cybern. This turn is now a lot more even, 4 games to 2 in favor of Horse, although at one point Horse or Banana or Blackheart was 4-0, so this is the beginnings of a comeback for Zock. He was able to, probably the best game of the tourney so far, the 5th game, grab a victory from Blackheart in UEF versus UEF. Probably the best. Definitely the best guess so far if people haven't seen it. Game 5. Game 6 was much less even. The second victory for Zock. And a lot of things are going to be determined in the next 3 games on Niflheim. This map I don't actually know too much about, but I've seen it used in recent tourneys by players like Zlo and Lucian, and actually a cast from Guile in the maybe it was already a month ago. It really caught my eye just how awesome these 2 players was. And saying that, we've really missed Guile for about a week. Hopefully he can cast a few of these games. And right away I want to mention that Lucian has said that he wants to cast a few of these games, which he should definitely do even if we cast the same game multiple times. It is not a big deal. I think people should watch his analysis over mine. Definitely nice to have a top 5 player talk about the players that he's faced many times. Even though I have faced these players, I haven't actually beat them. And it looks like first casualty is going to be a victory here for Horse or Banana or Blackheart, killing one of Zock's engineers. Nice flare. And now you can see these rocks. It looks like Zock picked these up. However, Blackheart chose to ignore those. See if that makes any difference in terms of the early ecos. Oh, actually quite a bit more power for Zock, who is power stalling, which could be a bit surprising, although Zock is known for that. And now his power is nearly perfect as he's reclaimed 1300. It's one of the reasons. Yeah, he's got so much more mass. I guess these rocks here must be quite juicy. As we see a bomber together with a scout come out, it was a scout interceptor from Zock, and it's another victory for Blackheart. Really, the only victory for Zock has been against these rocks. The 2 times the 2 players actually had their units face each other, the flare got a kill, still alive, and the bomber was denied. And a couple Manti now on a raid from Zock coming down the left side. On the right side, we got an engineer protected by Aurora Spirit combination, but will be spotted by a mole. Good looking flare here is going to protect the Hydra and the mask structure. One thing I'm really hoping after these 3 games to really understand this map. I think one of the purposes of this tourney is to really teach people how to play these 5 maps. The next one, of course, will be the point of reach, and the last, hopefully, we'll still have a tourney on rivers where everything will be determined. And I am afraid that things are quite loud, so I'm actually going to turn down the the game sound a little bit. As we're seeing the Mantis versus Aurora. Aurora with no radar is really bad, although scouts. Yeah, you see these Manti getting hit from distance. Quite unfortunate there for Zock. Also elsewhere, we're seeing the Aurora versus Mantis battle. And so far, Aurora with the distance getting the better of the matchups. However, the Manti are beginning to get a couple kills here on the right side. Also, this engineer getting a little reclaim. Let's look at the reclaim numbers now. 2,500 for Horse. Zock 1,700. So Zock got most of his reclaim in the first minute or 2. Scout from Blackheart. Blackheart's still at his base, getting a 6 land factory, still sitting on 1 air. Actually, he's got another land factory here on the top ledge, in case people don't know on this map. It's a pretty big map. See, it's made up of multiple ledges. To get up on this ledge, you either drop or You just come up here, just like what Zock has done and Blackheart has done. This is definitely big opportunities for drops and counter drops. You usually get another battle up on the top ledges. A lot of really nice terrain, a lot of reclaim here as well. So if you don't know much about this map, you'll probably lose against somebody who knows all the little details. Also, we gotta mention this little ice ring here. It's got a lot of rocks on it as well. And any tech 2 yet? No, just tech 1 spam. And it looks like a transport for Blackheart. Yeah, I think people can see. I don't really know what's happening on this map, but we got multiple battles. You can see how this is also a high ledge with 2 ramps. We got a battle going on here. We got a central battle where actually the 2 ECUs will meet each other. Blackheart attempting to get... Oh, wow. Zock's ECU could get himself into a lot of trouble. I don't think Blackheart's going to let him go here. At the very least, Zock's going to lose a lot of health. He's making the right choice shooting Auroras, but Auroras can kite. Some Manta are going to come in. You can see emergency everywhere. Zock will pull all of his units back, trying to get an emergency PD in the way. Try to save his ACU. The Manta are going to work as engineers. And I think Zock's going to do just enough, but the damage has been done. The health in the ACU is quite low. As we see an opportunity for Blackheart up on top. Also a drop from Blackheart. And a counter drop from Zock. So we're going to see battles on both of these ledges. As Zock has survived, he's built up the point defense with his ACU, which will force Blackheart back. The 2 forces will regroup. We also see bombers, 4 kills on the bomber. A forward factory making some flak. And a run by with these Manti. Wow, this squad is definitely disoriented. Interesting scout. And is this... I'm actually not sure if you can walk up this ramp over here in the middle. Probably not. I don't see an analogous one on the other side. And this is a ballsy drop here that just might get shut down from Zock. Looking at the eco, Zock with a significant advantage. About 6 max ejectors, but way behind on power. And quite a bit of reclaim here left for Zock. And looks like a successful drop of a single Aurora, which is killing mass ejectors. And this is very nice for Blackheart. He will deny this engineer. Point defense not completed, but about 100 mass left for Blackheart if he chooses to use it. Zock 4 kills. Blackheart getting an upgrade. Just paused. And I really say I can't choose who's got the better advantage. In terms of eco, definitely an advantage for Blackheart. He's also got Tech 2 land. He's got Obsidians on the field. He does have a foothold on the top ledge, which could be a problem for Zock. He's got total control of his own ledge. He does have issues here that he's solving at the moment. But he does, yeah, his power advantage has actually kind of slipped away over the last few minutes. As Blackheart is pushing past the middle position. Zock's ACU deciding to go home. Probably a good idea. Yeah, these Manta here have been alive for a long time, denying this Hydra. We've ran all the way across. Here's another Mantis. Very nice use of Cybern from Zock, just being annoying on all parts of the map, using their speed. And Tech 2 power. So now this is significant. Both players seem to have gone Tech 2. They're both Tech 2 land, Rhino versus Obsidian. And in terms of power, do we have Tech 2 power from Zock somewhere? Doesn't look like it. So now with this Tech 2 power, shields and ACU upgrades. A on ACU, if you put the shield on it, which is something you can do with once you get a couple G2 gens and double gun, it's an extremely potent weapon and well into the Tech 3 stage. Zock, meanwhile, getting the gun of his own, probably will get stealth with that. And one major difference that I think has put Zock in an advantage over the last few minutes has been the denial of all these mass extractors. He's been constantly running through this position, denying a lot of mass extractors. having this top ledge here, which I think Blackheart is about to completely retake, hasn't really made up for this advantage. However, Blackheart has teched a lot more, especially on the power front. And let's see if he's wasting quite a bit of power. He is wasting a lot of power, and this makes building up the second T2 Pigeon quite redundant unless he's got some plans with tech to air, or he's got plans to start spamming T2 mobile shields. That's the easiest thing to do if you have this type of situation, is to take your tech 2 factory, which is actually now going to tech 3 here, minute 13, very early move to tech 3 land. Oh wow, this is a Rhino here up on top. That is going to provide Zock enough firepower to hold on to the top ledge. Horse running around in the middle, grabbing reclaim. And this game has really slowed down. Just small battles here and there after that initial engagement between the two ACUs. Yeah, no. One thing, talking to Nombringer and Alex, they have this philosophy that they're trying to promote, that if you have a transport and you're not using it, you're wasting it. It's kind of like a wasted opportunity. If you get a transport, it's got to be on its way somewhere, which I think is a good idea. And for Zock now with a major push, will he catch Blackheart? You see the Manta with his speed. So Obsidian's moving in as well. I think this is where a couple mobile shields would have really helped Blackheart. Here after minute 15, I think this game is over. I did not expect this. Total air domination. So much domination. Blackheart asking why didn't his 39 kills. I think he got a little more veterancy there at the end, but would not have made a difference. Tired of life. GG. So very quick game, and suddenly Eternity that was 4-0 is now 4-3. Both players are very well into it. Makes me happy. Means that the rest of the games are going to be very close and very important. Let's see if Zock can even it up in the next game.